Good evening, sir. Good
Good
evening,
evening,
Mita.
sir.
Good evening,
Good
Meeta,
evening, Dr.
Priya.
Priya.
Good evening, Mita. So, we were talking and we said that there are a lot of questions that we would like to sort of rendezvous with the author himself.
Hmm.
And I've been a part of the journey helping you edit the book. So I have a sort of um, let's say, below the surface knowledge of at the depth of things. But if we are to, make the book accessible and interesting, the Chakras book to everyone, what better way than to have a conversation with you so that, you can lay out the broad strokes or broad a kind of outline of the book. So we have a few questions. We thought it would be nice to have a sort of conversation style discussion with you.
Hmm.
And Dr. Meeta also has. So we've prepared a set of questions. And so the book would be on homeopathy and the connection with the chakras. So my question immediately was, if I were to look at it as somebody who's followed your PEM method till now, where was the need to go ahead? Because the PEM method is quite effective already in the clinic. Dr. Neeta and I are in various ways using it and teaching the PEM method. So where was the need to go ahead and connect homeopathy further after the PEM with the chakras? I thought we could begin there.
In case taking, we always go to the deepest possible level, no? So even we have to take PEM to the deepest possible level. Homeopathic medications are basically working on vital force at the energy level, level at prana, or the energy, the vital force. So we have to know also that system which is existing in our body, and that is the chakra system. So it does not have any anatomical positions in the body, but they are some profound truths about the energy system which exists within us. And that knowledge of it can be of tremendous help. So what happened is, first when we were doing the method by PEM, many complained that, it is good for mental cases, but not so much for the physical ones. Of course, there are many people, all of you, all the group, our team, I would call, who are in the PA method said it's not true. But we do it also because it helps us in the physical illnesses. So what happens is, in the emotional problems, we see the first PEM and then we see the details. In physical, we see the details and then we go into the PEM to verify. But we forget that there is one more definition of WHO, the spiritual dimension. So the deeper we go, every aspect will address one aspect. When you're doing very physical things like sensation or whatever, no, then there you go into location sensations, concomitants, modalities. Then you go into the mind symptom. But when you go through and understand from the chakra system, you not only know exactly what physical pathology a patient will get, you will also know the mental makeup of the patient and what sort of emotional and mental and uh, his set will be, his inner being, how it will be manifesting. And also, you know his spiritual level of development. It brings the mental, physical, emotional, spiritual all together. So, first of all, common thing. If I'm addressing my medicine is energetic, it should address the energy basis. And then, so chakra we should know. And then I was very much excited. There was something very often what happens is when I start something, like when I heard Yakir, in first 10-20 minutes, I knew that there's something profound there. Similarly, when I started chakra, I felt that similar experience and I felt this is wow. And then nobody has ever mentioned the chakras in terms of developmental stages. And that is what we have been able to do. So it is an extension of PEM. It is nothing but. So when you understand the chakra, we don't even think of kingdoms. kingdoms comes later. First, we see what are the chakras involved. Then we see what would it be if it was a plant, if it was a mineral, what if it was an animal. Every patient also, we need to know why the illness has come from a spiritual dimension. We also need to know what we have to guide him towards. Because we believe, no, if you read Louisa Hay and all these people, that every illness comes to teach us something. So this aspect of learning something, don't see sickness as sickness, but an opportunity to learn something about ourselves and grow in your evolutionarily, personal evolution. So it is, chakra is a big umbrella which encompasses everything. So many people initially, every time we bring in something new, like when I started with PEM, there was a question, why you need PEM when sensation is doing such wonderful work? And I lost many people, and then gradually people saw the worth of it. When I started chakra, the same thing happened. People were saying, now why this chakra system? Why are you complicating? But I am simplifying. Now, there are many aspects also. No? For example, when I teach the ancient plants or when I teach the reptiles, I cannot teach it as lucidly as when I explain it from the chakra system. It gives another dimension altogether. And our Eastern philosophy, everything is based on chakras. So many illness, so many other healing processes like the crystal, color, acupuncture, acupressure, so many therapies, they all tap into this resource. So we should be the first ones actually to do it. Hmm?
So, but how will this
It
appeal to
brings, it brings
audience?
a lot of masculine, feminine, so many things all come together very beautifully. See, the whole method of PM, why we do PM is to understand patient. And when you understand through chakra system, you truly understand the patient. Truly. All of you all thought, no, initially when the chakra system came, but now that all of you follow, you who follow know the value of it, isn't it? Yes, Meeta,
Yes,
you were.
how does it appeal to audience who is not exposed to these ideas of chakras? Like you said, this is an Eastern philosophy. So how will the
Doesn't
West?
matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that they are contrary to Eastern. Western people don't believe, it's not true. In West, they don't believe in homeopathy. How much we are struggling to make them understand, no?
Right.
So there is a, because in the West, probably, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to make it as a sure, but I believe that they feel the intellect is the highest, reasoning is the highest, science is the highest. We believe there is something even beyond that. And there are many who will approach and will, it's not when I say East and West, everybody in West like this. There are many West who are more East than West.
Mm.
And there are many in East who are very West. So this is just to say. And I believe it, and there are so many in the West who are, they like it. I'm doing this, teaching this system in Europe, and I see so many people who are showing keen interest. I'm telling you, you enjoy something when you understand it. If I make you sit into a class of mathematics where you don't understand anything, will you enjoy? No. Homeopathy becomes enjoyable because you understand everything. It's no more a blind procedure. Huh? So we don't have to convince anybody. I believe people will come. Never waste time. At least it's not my idea of trying to see how many more people we can get into it. I did not try, but see, it's expanding. I always believe truth prevails. We have to do what we do, and then you will see people, more and more like-minded people will start following. We are just adding some knowledge, and I think it's not, people are reading anyway book on chakra.
Hmm.
So why not see how it can be applied? This is application. This is application of a profound truth which we know by so many people. It is not written by one. It is written by so many people who have worked over centuries and brought this profound truth to us. And if we can use it and apply it in our system, what's the problem?
Mm.
I think not only that, I think we are using it, we are giving justice to chakras. All the makers of chakras will be thankful, that we are using it for healing our patients today and in a much better way.
Mm.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So I'll tell you about this book also, little bit I'll tell you.
Mm.
That see, chakra itself is a different, different topic. People don't know about it. They know there are 7 chakras. They know little about this. Little we know. But first of all, to say how to apply, you have to know first what is chakra system. So in this book, I have put a lot of emphasis in teaching chakras first. Once you know the chakras, how we can see it from the PEM perspective. This is my contribution, and where I have put the whole chakra system from the developmental levels. And then there are these 4 cycles and how they manifest, whether it's a cycle in the womb or in your childhood, in your adulthood, and in old age, and how they manifest in different chakras. Huh? So I think it's very nice when patients talk, every word they say gives us an indication, where they are working from. And I think it is more, when we say homeopathy is holistic, then we have to be holistic.
Mhm. So then would you say that this book is for the advanced practitioner, or does it offer something for somebody who's interested in PEM as a whole as well? So who should read this book?
See, it's like, as of now, it will look like advanced. As of now, it will look advanced. So first, they will need to know what are the different charts. They have to know what Jan Schulten, Dr. Shankaran, and whatever little we have changed and modified and understood the columns, what I have done. So you have to understand the mineral, then you have to understand the plant chart, then you have to understand the animal chart, which I have made. So first of all, you have to get used to it, because these ages are not just, oh, he looks like a toddler. He is such a baby, so he's a baby. It's not so vague.
Hmm.
Our whole idea of PEM is to individualize based on individuation. The word individuation is itself there in the individualization. In that word, if you remove LIZA, it becomes individuation. So, first of all, PEM is important. I'll tell you why. Because you cannot have 3 approaches to a science. You have to have one approach.
Hmm.
You're doing development and developed everywhere. Sensation, then sensation everywhere. Whatever you do, you have to have one approach. So this level of individuation of a person, which is again Eastern, we believe, no? What is the difference between East and West? Very often they believe this is the only life you have got. There's nothing beyond it. You're born and you're dead, and then there may be whatever day of judgment or whatever is going to happen after that, God will take care of it. But we believe that we come again and again to evolve. So this Eastern philosophy again comes into our picture. So though we are of different age groups biologically, we are internally at a different. A child could be very wise.
Hmm.
An old man could be very childish. So
Hmm.
this inner age, study of this inner age is PEM. And for that, you have to know first all the ages very well. It's not something, when I say all the ages, there are not too many. There are 9 stages. If you really master, and then you get the skill as you do more and more. And then see how the mineral chart is presenting all those inner ages. Then you have to learn the animal chart and the mineral chart. And when you know all these 3 charts, then you come to this chakra system also. I think simultaneously you can know this also. So now I think it's easier, in fact, for people who come.
Hmm.
For me now, it is very difficult when I teach sometimes fellowship group. I have these people who come with the fellowship for psychiatric homeopathy. I start worrying. Should I start telling them chakras, because I'll confuse them? But they are all insisting. And now in every case, I'm teaching them. And what I'm doing is, I'm not teaching them completely like chakras. As a case comes, I say, see, in this case, the Manipur chakra seems very important. And they can see it. So you can gradually learn along with those ages which are the things. Huh? It's not
So,
difficult. I can
yeah.
think you can simultaneously start. But you
Hmm.
have to have some background. If they read that book, my
Yes.
book, it will be. I've read many, many books. So this book is like standing on the shoulders of many, many people who have done wonderful job. You cannot write a book directly. It's not something that has been given to me. Chakra. Chakra has been given to us by many people who have worked. I'm just adding one more color to it. how to see it from the developmental perspective and how to apply it in homeopathy. So in this book, you'll see first I have set compartmentalized. So even if somebody is not doing homeopathy, they can read and
Mm.
understand. Then I have added homeopathy as a separate section in each of the chakras. And then finally, I've shown cases which were analyzed. As of now, today, I have more than 300, 400 cases which I have presented all over with only chakra system. So it doesn't matter. I will not say that only this I can teach by chakra, this I cannot. Every case I teach by chakra.
Mm-hmm.
You know this, we do in ITC, in the clinic. Whatever case comes, we do it by chakra. So you grow into it gradually. It's all about learning. I think when you know chakra, it also gives more clarity to all that you learn in those three charts.
So, sir, how this book is going to help a practitioner in homeopathy in selection of the simillimum, like in acutes or in psychiatric disorders or non-psychiatric illnesses, how this is going to help a student or a practitioner?
Definitely, it will help. We know now, as you start seeing the cases, you will come to know what sort of. Listen, it is like, when you go to buy something in a mall, what you have that barcode, no?
Mm.
Yes.
Barcode.
Called barcode, no?
Or a QR code.
All of us have a barcode, 7-digit barcode. Actually, 6-digit. We have a 6-digit barcode, which we need to decipher.
Right.
And everybody has a different barcode, like our fingerprints are different, no? All of us.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 6-digit barcode based on, because when that energy is split, that white light, pure white light, enters the human consciousness, it is split into 7 colors, what we call Vibgyor. And each color represents one chakra. Huh? So each chakra has an animal, each chakra has color to it. So there are many things about chakras. So what is that combination of those 6 colors or 7 colors in us, which makes us unique? And that you will learn gradually. You will see that, for example, we know this already from the charts also. If it's a mollusk, then you will have the womb stage, the natrum line, the calcium line. So all these stages of all these chakras you will see also there.
Mm.
But many things which our maps could not explain. Why certain pathology came? What is the spiritual lesson? Now, through pathology also, if somebody has recurrent urinary tract infection, I'm not going to look at the throat chakra.
Mm.
I'll straight away go to second chakra and see what is the problem. So it's very beautiful. It takes you exactly, the pathology also speaks now. Mind speaks, body speaks. And you're adding one more dimension, the very purpose of your being in this universe. What can be better than that when you know where he's stuck and what we need to heal? And he's going to ask you sooner or later. If not all, some of them will surely ask you. And you'll be able to help them
True.
with timely interpretation. Not that you'll first day tell him this is your problem. When he's receptive enough, you give him that. So you enlighten him. This is important. So I've always been in my seminars, in my modules, everywhere I've been using this prayer, Tamosoma Jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light. This is our journey.
Mm.
Chakra means it is the journey, the human journey on earth. As simple as that. So it tells you where you are, at what destination, where you are stuck, what sort of pathology you will get, what that pathology has come to teach you. What is more important than that in homeopathy? We'll also know why some medicines work half partially, because what it touches, which chakra it touches. There are some which are called polycrest because they touch somewhere every chakra. So they are going to help you in some way or the other in everybody. If not totally, we say no, some partial improvement. Every science has to come to light one day.
Mm.
When Hahnemann brought this out, he knew the truth that it is working, but he didn't know how to do it. So he did so many provings, and then you only know the materia medica, and then how to use it, you don't know. Then you do it blindly. It's like a blind thing, no? When you do repertorization, take this is, okay, this remedy came. Huh? There was not, that confidence was not there in us. Even now I say, blind is sometimes the best way because you are out of prejudice. But you also need to be knowing what you are doing. So we know it's the truth, but we have to make it more clearer. So what he has given us, this profound thing, what Animal has given us, we have to make it clearer and clearer till it becomes totally understandable. This is what PM tries to do. You give it with so much of confidence, those remedies. Today, after every case I take, I can tell my patient, not every case, I don't want to be sounding like this, but many times I tell them, don't worry, I think you're going to be helped. My deepest feeling is you're going to heal very well and you're
Mm.
going to feel very well. That sort of confidence comes in me because I really feel I have understood the patient. Today I had a beautiful case. I plan to show you next time. So nice it was. But that confidence with which I can tell the patient, that you're going to be all right. Otherwise, it's always, have I understood the case? Somewhere we never understand the patient. We take something, we are never clear. I know my journey when I was taking the cases when I began 30, 40 years back. How much did I know? And then I had only to do is how to find rubrics and hunt and then find it. Through rubrics, come to understand it. Today, I can't limit myself only with rubrics. If they are very well proved remedies, good enough. But where will I get Helix Espersa?
Mhm.
Where will I get a flamingo remedy? Right? So there are limitations. Idea is with time we have to reduce the limitations. We don't give up what we have been doing, but we can add certain things which will make it easier. Nothing has to be removed.
So you're saying that this is a deepening of the right and the best possible right and left brain approach to it together.
Yes, definitely there.
Hmm.
Definitely there.
And so then can we extrapolate to say that since the chakras are somewhere near certain endocrine organs, that we can even use it to understand the endocrine disorders in our patients?
100%. Huh? You have been very closely associated with my book, so you know that.
Hmm.
There's no doubt about it. You know why adrenaline will work. You know why happy hormones work. You know the matrinonal remedies. You know the hormonals. You know the sarcodes. Everything comes together.
So then that means it opens out that entire nosode and sarcode also the remedies to us and the
Definitely.
so the
Yes.
metrodone remedies to us to be
Yes.
used better. And
If we'll say dopamine is supposed to do with motivation, your
hmm,
drive to do something. Straight away, I go to third chakra. Then I will try and see in the third chakra, do I get a specific remedy which has to do with performance? And I'm not getting anything. Then maybe just dopamine might be the remedy.
Hmm.
If I can't get any other remedy which is having that also as a issue, but only I see that as a problem, then I can give.
So
So we have
can you
to
quote an
understand all these neurotransmitters in a much better way.
hmm.
The pineal gland, sixth chakra, how beautiful it is. You read thymus, which is associated with the fourth chakra.
Hmm.
Amazing how it kills the bad cells and keeps the good ones, the good and the bad, that concept of good, bad of the school age. How
Yeah.
even your endocrine organ experiences, I was so amazed, you can't believe.
Even when I was editing, it was a very spiritual experience for
Oh
me.
my God, I said, to what extent that truth is expressed at every level, including at your body level. Yes, Mita, you were saying something.
Can you quote an example of a case where you chose a remedy based on chakra, which can be
My
easily
God,
perceived by
that will be
students?
difficult. That will be really difficult. That one
Yeah.
of you all can show one case as a continuation because you all know it. You're asking me very nicely, but you know that you also are doing that, and even Priya is doing. So maybe from ITC, one of the cases you all can present on your own personal question and just make one on how it was used. So it will be like a sequel to what we are talking right now. I think that will be better Today we can talk about general topics.
Yes.
But even if I talk right now, that person who doesn't know about inner ages might only get more confused and
Mm.
listen to it and say, oh my God, this is too many. It's like Latin.
Mhm.
So this is the first reaction to anything. But I think as they were, no. And the curious ones, the really people will come. I'm sure they will come and like-minded people will come. We already got such a big group,
Mhm.
all doing the same, sharing with each other. And I see the joy in all of y'all and how you all want to help and see that this we can teach others and bring them more into this.
Yes, the both
It
the basic
happens.
and the advanced course have got tremendous response and very good feedback
Yes.
as well.
And what you all teach, all of you are such wonderful, doing such wonderful work.
So we've been taught by somebody who knows what, they're
But
very
also you
good.
need a, no, no, don't give me also, it's all mutual. Huh? Where would whom
Sometimes
I would
I
talk to
feel
if I was,
whatever.
would
So
I talk to the walls if you all were not there? It would have died, no?
No, I
Huh?
do.
So even if there is petrol or we put no yadnam is something, you need some
Mm.
fire to put, no? And you need to go on putting wood, no, for the fire to burn.
So sometimes even we don't believe what we are talking from where this is coming because you have given us
Exactly.
so much. We can't believe what we are saying, how we are presenting things. It's just flowing out of us because you have given us so much.
Because also with so much of dedication that you all are doing now you all are not thinking and doing. You all are very, you have got the art of it and it's coming very naturally for you all.
It's flowing, sir. It's flowing.
Flowing, exactly. And that sort of, you all have got that confidence when you all are doing the case. This I wish people have. Sometimes when you don't know the science, yet you know the science is correct. You work with a lot of, confusion. You know it is correct. A little improvement and we are so excited. Then we have complexes with allopaths. What we are doing right now in psychiatric disorders, so many types of psychiatric disorders, the type of results we are giving are simply amazing.
So I think we had a conversation where I said that there can be no other ambassador for the crossover between from allopathy to homeopathy than you. Because, when we used to be in college, we would be like, we would, how would an allopath, how would we have these conversations? When would we bridge that gap and show what homeopathy can do? And here you are, you've come all the way to this side, and then you're saying that. So I think that is a tremendous input that you've given. So, if
I
somebody,
think adding chakra system gives lot of joy and the pleasure of seeing a case. And it's the joy of understanding a person who's sitting in front of you as a patient and not just knowing that he has got some thyroid problem, but knowing him in a totality and also seeing how his totality is affecting his thyroid and having so much of clarity about it. I think it's by itself the gift you can get from them. Money comes, but that I think more than that, the joy of sitting and seeing patients.
hmm,
Patients will stop tiring you.
So that's happening, sir. We used to take 1 hour, 30 minutes, or quarter to 2 hours for a case. Nowadays, I don't even remember how, like, I've taken a case for more than 45 to 50 minutes. I
hmm.
understand the patient. So that is the biggest benefit of PEM, that we have reduced the time of case taking and understanding the patient to the core. That is the thing, sir.
You finish the cases quite fast, very soon you
Yes.
know. But then you just explore, also want to see that you are not making a mistake. Make sure at every level you see the same thing.
We are not so adept at zooming out and zooming in as you are, but it is definitely cut down by almost, I would say, half.
Zooming
45,
in,
50 minutes.
see, zooming in is like you're going to the lower chakras where you're preoccupied with trifles. Huh? Somebody personally preoccupied with trifles becomes a hypochondriac. But
Hmm.
you as a homeopath is preoccupied with this trifle. Tell exactly what you're feeling here, what is happening, what makes it better, what you're going into the trifles of it. When you're zooming out, you're using the sixth chakra. So when you use these two methods, you are covering yourself as a human being, all the chakras. And if you can move in all these chakras, you're a very healthy person. So with every time doing and you get a block and you see why I'm not getting this part and you work on it, I think naturally the gift which your patients give to you is you become a very healthy person when you have all your chakras functioning in a harmonious way.
And as I have often said, the other side benefit that we are seeing, if at all, if I can call it a benefit, is that we are not saying no to any case. So somebody comes, we are not intimidated by the diagnosis. We know that we are going to give it our best and help them understand, in that moment, understand that person completely. And then whatever comes up is definitely quite a good fit for them, if not closer to, what they need. So, but still circling back to the book itself, how should somebody who gets it in their hand, how should they read it? I mean, do they
Just read it.
chapter by chapter or?
There's a lot of information, and I
Hmm,
think you don't have to read it. You have to reread it.
that is
That
true.
you have to make that a part of you. See, it is not something that there should be no separation between you and the book. First, when you read, you are getting information. There is a book, there's information, and you're getting it. You have to read it to a point where that information becomes part of you. And for that, it's like something you have to reread, and then see it in all those various cases. I've brought this now 12 cases, but we are going to write case chronicles in which there'll be many cases. So they have to go on seeing patients after patients after patients after patients. Huh? It is not something, it is not information. Okay, now I know this. It is not knowing. It is not just knowing about it. It is like living those and understanding and experience, having the experience of it. So when you will go on seeing the cases, naturally it happens. Like you say, no, now we are flowing.
Hmm.
You all have also seen so many cases one after another. Huh? Even for me, it's a difficult thing now. I have to bring more complicated cases because I know y'all are so good that even simple cases y'all are going to not simple, simple for y'all. Those simple cases for y'all also, I believe, are difficult for many homeopaths. But now simple for y'all. So I have to bring even more complicated. That is because you'll have seen, and you'll have mastered. So you have to become skillful in seeing, perceiving, seeing. For that, you have to read the book and connect with it.
When do you think that the book will kind of a ballpark time when it would be ready and
Should be
now?
by the end of this month, by the time it is printed and brought out and all. Let's say a week more, so it won't seem, it should be before the mid-Feb, it will be out and in our hands.
Sure. So, whoever is watching, who's interested, can get in touch with Dr. Meeta or myself and Dr. Mumuksha or Dr. Arhant. And we will be putting in the YouTube video the how you can reach and what is the email that you can write to book the book. It is going to be a fantastic book. And as Sir says, it requires, I think, a process of osmosis to remove the barrier between you and the book and actually immerse yourself in that and uh, read it. It's going to be a work for the ages. It's going to be a very, very important book that's going to come
Also,
up.
at times, Dr. Shraddha, my wife, she tells it's quite
Yes,
repetitive, and which I said it is deliberately done so that, sometimes you just make one very important statement once. It doesn't register, but when you see it coming again and again, sometimes you have to repeat. Huh? It's not too repetitive also, but sometimes you will see matters coming again and so that it becomes a part of you. When you read it, you
yes.
cannot miss it.
No, I think to underscore the important aspects that one must keep in mind, that repetitive once or twice is very important because, and as you say, the more cases we see, the more we understand. So the more that we read that, and the part where it is repeated, I think it's going to stick in the mind and help us really perceive the book. So I'm looking forward to the release of the book, and we will have we'll be putting up this on the YouTube.
Oh, and thanks to all of you for being my sounding board and the trust that whatever nonsense I talk, also you all will listen. Helps me so much. You don't know. Everybody needs a sounding board, and you all are my sounding board.
It has been an utter pleasure. It has been an honor to work alongside you to help you edit the book, put it together. I know it is a labor of love for you, and it is certainly a labor of love for me. I ask Dr. Meeta to say a few words, and then we can conclude.
So we have learned and grown with you as a homeopath and also as a person. We now have started seeing life differently. every struggle brings us a question, what have we to learn here? That is the biggest takeaway, sir, of the PM. Treating patients is one thing, but we every time we learn how to grow. That is our
Exactly.
motto now.
There are no difficulties, only opportunities.
Only opportunities to grow. So
Thank you
thank you
so
so
That
much.
is
much, sir.
very true. That is very true. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your time. Thank you, Dr. Meeta, for putting together these questions so that we can have a conversation with sir. Please look forward
Thank
to
you,
the
doctor.
details further in the YouTube in the description of the video where you can purchase or order the book. Thank you so much, sir. I really look forward to it. Have a
Oh,
great weekend ahead.
bye bye. Yes.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
Dr.
Thank you.
Meeta. Bye, see you.